Hello and welcome to Perpetual News. Today I have a few questions. First of all, first question is, how is my quarantine life going? It's been pretty uneventful, to be honest. I finally just went back to work a couple days ago, and I'm just sort of living and watching Netflix and watching YouTube and finishing up my classes and stuff like that. It's going pretty okay, I guess. I don't know. I think the whole ranting about staying indoors thing is a little overhyped. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, 70 years ago, 16-year-olds were asked to go fight in a war over in Europe. So, it's not really comparable. I think it's fine. What's the next question is, how was my first year of college? Well, the first semester was really good. I met a bunch of different people from bunch of different backgrounds and stuff. It was really cool because I've grown up in this city my whole life, and I didn't really meet anybody that's extremely different. We had a couple different things here and there, but mostly people were just from around here or neighboring cities. So it was cool to meet people that are out of town, and I liked my classes somewhat first semester, and then second semester I had a couple good classes as well. Met some people, and then of course it was interrupted by coronavirus. But yeah, it was okay too. I think I did pretty well in my classes for my first year. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Anyway, the next question is from Sebastian Keck. Okay, this is a really weird one. How are we supposed to continue knowing that our legacy is temporary? Well, be honest, that's a very nihilistic point of view, and I can respect that as a former person who believes in that point of view. But I think the best thing you can do is just try to be happy. I mean, if it's possible. I know it's not sometimes. That's okay, because I think a lot of people are not happy. And I think the goal of life is to become happy over time. Legacy being temporary, I don't know what to say to you. I mean, I guess it's just going to fade away for everybody. So, again, try to be happy. That's all I got to say about that. The next question is, when do you think America should reopen? And what's your reopening plan? Well, mine is kind of odd because I do believe America should reopen somewhat quickly, because if not, our economy will tank. And as you've seen in the last couple days, we've gone above $25 trillion in debt. And as a part libertarian person, I gotta say, I don't want to be in debt to other people. America is supposed to be the best. We can't be relying on other people's economies to stimulate ours. And we really got to get back to the functioning economy. Of course, this has to happen with procedure. It has to happen with caution. I think everybody should wear masks and gloves if they can. And I think slowly we should just make a list of what's least to most important, and then just start reopening, maybe every four days, open up a sect of what is the most important thing next. Probably restaurants and stuff would be last. Just an example. But administrative buildings and stuff like that probably go pretty quickly. And yeah, that's kind of my plan. I don't really have a set plan, but that's what I would do. Next question, who is using Biden as their puppet? Well, the obvious answer is the Democratic Party. I honestly don't know whether or not Joe Biden wanted to run or he was just sort of forced into it. He's an old man. His son died not too long ago. That's why he didn't run in 2016. And he He either doesn't believe in what he's saying or he doesn't know what he's saying. Unfortunately, um, he's not a good candidate. I don't necessarily know who his overlords are. Maybe it's the Democratic Party. Maybe it's billionaires. Who knows? He's got a lot of things that are wrong with him, and that is where we're going to continue with this video. Joseph R. fucking Biden. Well, to put it simply, he's probably the worst candidate the Democratic Party has had in several election cycles. I don't really see this being a strong election year for the Democrats. I'll be honest, I don't know if he'll lose because of the whole coronavirus thing, and people are starting to see some flaws in Trump, and I agree, he's got some flaws too. I actually advise the people who are living in swing states, such as, if you can call Ohio a swing state at this point, Ohio, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Florida, Arizona now, and I guess Texas, not really though. I advise those people to go and vote for Biden because there is going to be a death at the Supreme Court. Unfortunately, Ruth Bader Ginsburg is literally on her last little bit of life. I like her. She's a cool person. She's done well. And if we lose her, there's going to be even more imbalance in the Supreme Court, which is unfortunate because those are the people who hold up the rules that are made by our country. And yeah, I can see someone like Mike Pence or Donald Trump being like, yeah, gay people shouldn't be able to marry each other. Something like that. And then the Supreme Court reverts that policy. I think that would be awful. I have a lot of gay friends. I have a lot of lesbian friends. I have a lot of transgender friends. I have a lot of just friends of that whole community. And you know what? Even if you don't agree with what they're doing, it shouldn't be anything to do with government intervention. The government shouldn't have the right to choose who can marry who. Of course, if a church denies it, then I guess it's a private religion. So here's what I got to say to all people of that community. Just start your own community of church. I'll say it, I don't believe in any religion. I don't know if there's a higher power. I'm agnostic or atheist, whatever you want to call it. I just don't, whatever. But yeah, people really need to see that the Supreme Court is more important than people are really making it out to be. Unfortunately, Joe Biden is basically a dumbass, and I don't think he'll win the election, but if there's even the smallest chance that he can, it would be okay. It's just 4 years of shit. 4 more years of shit. I could easily see him winning Michigan and Pennsylvania, but besides that, he's really going to have to strive for the other states. He's going to need Arizona. He's going to need Wisconsin. Well, he needs one or the other, really. Realistically, he'll probably win Arizona over Wisconsin for some reason. I don't think he'll win North Carolina. I don't think he'll win Ohio. I don't think he'll win Florida. Even though polls sometimes say that he'll win those states, I doubt it. I'm going to go ahead and just say that I doubt that. He hasn't endorsed any progressive policies such as Medicare for All, the Green New Deal, nothing. I think his most left thing that he's endorsed is $15 an hour minimum wage. And that's not even, okay, so what? Every other candidate in the Democratic Party endorsed that. Even some right-wingers are saying, yeah, okay, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So Joe Biden doesn't have that support. I think he, unfortunately, although I hate her, needs to choose Kamala Harris as his VP because he already said it was going to be a woman. If he didn't say that, he could choose someone much better, not to be sexist, but all of the people he can nominate as his VP that are women are either not so liked or just not really known. And that's not really going to help him for the election against Donald Trump. Probably the fight of the Democratic Party's life, okay? Joe Biden is basically incapable of running a campaign. My only hope is that he can get someone, his VP, that can actually take the role of the leader. I wouldn't be opposed to Elizabeth Warren, but I don't think she would be the best choice either. I swear to God, I will vote for Joe Biden if he chooses Tulsi Gabbard as his VP. She's a brilliant young woman, and she ran for president, didn't get very far, and you know what? A lot of people like her. I know he would have the progressive support, and I know that he would have a lot of the conservative support because she also has a lot of that support too. That's what Joe Biden needs to do. I do think right now, if the election were held tomorrow, he would win with a very, very small margin, probably about 280 something delegates, which would just put him right over the edge. I mean, yeah, that's great and all, but what happens when the economy starts getting back to normal and coronavirus is over? Trump will start leading. So, Biden needs to endorse a progressive policy. Just one. And then he would have a much, much higher chance of winning. That is my opinions. Leave your comments, concerns, questions down in the comments below. Subscribe, share, all the stuff. Good people. Peace out. I don't know when I'll be doing my next video, to be honest. I've been completely slacking, which is fine because I've been working on school, so that's my excuse. You can't say anything about it. Blessings. Goodbye, everybody.